Hello, I'm Edward Tarte, once a Catholic priest for 5 years in the 1960s, now an atheist, which simply means that I find no credible evidence for the existence of any God. Today is December 13th, 2010. In mid-October, I made my Woodridge Bapt.Church video, highlighting for the church's staff members a long list of biblical quotes that reveal the biblical God to be a horribly immoral monster. That was mid-October. In late October, the one and only respondent, Rev Lyle, posted his response video saying that my entire presentation was invalid because I had taken the biblical passages out of context. He focused specifically on the passage, "Blessed is he who dashes your babies' heads against the rocks." He justified this passage as the anguished cry of an oppressed people. And in writing, Rev Lyle attacked me personally, judging what he perceived as my motives and calling me names. And he was also, by extension, attacking personally you, my supporters. I reported all this in my follow-up video 4 days ago. Well, the past 4 days have been fascinating for me. I sincerely thank those of you who have supported me in comments at my follow-up video. And thank you so much to those of you who have challenged Mr. Lyle at his video and at his profile page. He screens your comments because he is sensitive to his congregants, especially younger members of his flock, and so he does not want profanity and vulgarity. He is a busy man and cannot stay glued to his computer, but he does publish your comments. It is good of him to have responded to me, and it is good of him to engage in dialogue with us. Please treat Mr. Lyle with respect. Give his beliefs the disrespect and the challenge that they deserve, but respect his person. He has treated me personally with disrespect, but as a sensitive, caring atheist, I will not do the same toward him. We should not do the same toward him. In the rest of this video, I want to go back in time to my first contact with Mr. Lyle. It was near the time that I started making these videos over a year ago. I sent a letter to a bunch of local church pastors. In it, I cited the biblical account of Genesis 22, in which God tells Abraham to kill his son Isaac as an act of worship. And then at the last minute, God says, "No, don't do it, I didn't really mean it." In my letter, I expressed to these pastors my strong disapproval of this reported behavior of God. At that time, I was not ready to sign my name to the letter. I made the letter anonymous, although I told them that I used to be a Christian minister. And on the envelope, I included my return address, but not my name. I am braver now. I have come out by name as an atheist to my community, but those were the early days. Only Rev Lyle responded by a return letter, and this led to an exchange between him and me of a couple of emails. Regretfully, I no longer have his responses. But in my Abraham and Isaac video, I reported the highlight of what he said, though I did not give his name. Rev Lyle said that his God's behavior toward Abraham and Isaac was fully justified. God was testing Abraham's faith. It is as if I, Edward Tarte, a math teacher, would give a really hard test to my math students to see whether they really know the math. As I could properly do that, God could properly test Abraham as he did. In my video, I accuse the biblical God of wanting human sacrifice and or animal sacrifice, which are disgusting in the extreme. I accuse the biblical God of lying and of child abuse toward poor Isaac. I accuse the biblical God of horribly evil, criminal behavior. Again, without naming Mr. Lyle, I say in that video that his comparison to my giving a math test is a tortured rationalization in order to justify the unjustifiable behavior of his God. And I say that Christians have to perform such rationalizations, otherwise their faith would be seriously jeopardized. So maybe some of you would like to comment to Mr. Lyle about his defense of God in the Abraham-Isaac story. Again, if you do comment, please treat Mr. Lyle with respect. To paraphrase what a very wise man said, I respect you too much to show any respect for your thoroughly reprehensible beliefs. Thank you so much. And to all of you, thank you for watching this video.